A data warehouse system stages information from various data sources. The data and its resulting reports are the basis of a company's business process management. A data warehouse system can be used by managers, departmental heads, and other company employees. Data staged in various forms, including personalized reports, freely definable queries, and predefined reports. Users can analyze data for key facts.
Decision makers require information from production, purchasing, sales and distribution, finance, and human resources departments. They require an up-to-date and comprehensive picture of individual business areas and of the business as a whole. A data warehouse system must meet the information needs of various user groups and present information for analysis in a visual way that is easy to use. As shown in the figure, a data warehouse uses a separate database for the objective delivery of data.
We expect a data warehouse to fulfill the following demands.
Successful analysis of data relies on the data warehouse to load, cleanse, and manage data. With SAP Business Warehouse or BW, you can analyze data from SAP applications and from external data sources, such as databases, online services, and the Internet. SAP BW addresses the following needs: optimized data structures for reporting and analysis, comprehensive data warehouse architecture, automated data warehouse management functionality, online analytical processing or OLAP functionality, and reporting tools. To avoid the disadvantages of reporting directly in an enterprise resource planning or ERP system, the data storage, management, and reporting of SAP BW normally take place on a separate server. The server is installed with the necessary components of SAP BW only so that it becomes the BW server. SAP BW can be pre-configured using SAP Business Content. All SAP systems can be configured as source systems and provide data for all SAP Business Content. The goal of data warehousing is OLAP with large amounts of operative and historical data. OLAP technology permits multidimensional analyses. The SAP BW server allows you to examine data across all areas of your organization. Although most installations of SAP BW use a standalone server, other configurations are possible. For example, installing SAP ERP together with SAP BW can reduce expenses for testing and development usage and for smaller companies.
SAP BW architecture is structured in 3 layers as outlined in the following table. The 3 layers are also illustrated in the figure. A source system provides SAP BW with data. There are different types of source systems.
Depending on the type of data involved, it is imported to SAP BW with different technologies, such as the following: Business analysis objects, for example, sales revenue, costs, or sold to parties are called info objects in SAP BW. Info objects are divided into characteristics and key figures. Types of characteristics are units, time, and technical requirements. Key figures store amounts or quantities. Characteristics provide more information about their associated key figures. For example, costs belong to a cost center. In this example, costs are a key figure and the cost center is a characteristic. If a characteristic is assigned to another characteristic, the first characteristic becomes an attribute of the second characteristic. In the example of the cost center characteristic, if the cost center is assigned to a location, the cost center characteristic becomes an attribute of the location characteristic. Characteristic info objects store master data like texts, attributes, and hierarchies. Info objects are the smallest components of SAP BW and are used to build info providers. When data is imported to SAP BW from a source system, it is initially stored in Persistent Staging Area or PSA tables. For permanent storage in SAP BW and for access to SAP BW data with reporting tools, you need to create info providers.
When data is imported to SAP BW from a source system, it is initially stored in Persistent Staging Area or PSA tables. For permanent storage in SAP BW and for access to SAP BW data with reporting tools, you need to create info providers. Info providers are a combination of characteristic and key figure info objects. SAP BW offers a range of info providers for various purposes. Some info providers store data physically, for example, Infocubes, data store objects, and info objects. Other info providers provide an additional view of data, for example, infosets, virtual providers, and multi-providers. The term info provider is the generic term used to describe any objects for which you can create and execute queries in SAP BW.
The table shows descriptions and examples of some commonly used info providers.
The Data Warehousing Workbench is a workplace for SAP BW administrators and is used to configure and control SAP BW. In the Data Warehousing Workbench and in SAP BW, info objects and info providers are organized into folders called info areas.
Users access data stored in SAP BW through info providers and create queries in SAP Business Explorer or BEX Query Designer to analyze the data from info providers. You can select and combine characteristic and key figure info objects and reusable query elements in a query to specify how data from an info provider is displayed. While you create queries in BEX Query Designer, you can choose between SAP BEX and SAP Business Objects premium products to create reports. SAP Business Objects Business Intelligence or BI Platform. SAP Business Objects BI Platform is an integrated solution for reporting, analysis, and information delivery. Users can access reports in any web application, for example, intranet, extranet, internet, or corporate portal. SAP Business Objects BI Platform includes and/or interacts with most SAP Business Objects client tools. The following list provides an overview of SAP Business Objects reporting tools. Analysis. SAP Business Objects Analysis Edition for Microsoft Office is a plugin for Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint. Analysis provides access to a range of OLAP data sources and allows users to combine information from different systems within a single workspace. SAP Business Objects Analysis Edition for OLAP is an OLAP tool for working with multidimensional data. It provides access to a range of OLAP data sources and can combine information from different OLAP data sources within a single workspace. Analysis is the premium alternative to SAP BEX Analyzer and can be used without an installed BI platform. Analysis Edition for Microsoft Office versions 1.3 and later can be installed in SAP NetWeaver mode. In SAP NetWeaver mode, functions like single sign-on and saving workbooks can be provided from SAP BW without using SAP Business Objects BI platform as a server. You can install both SAP BEX Analyzer and Analysis on a single PC to facilitate the transition from BEX Analyzer to Analysis. However, only one add-in can be active in an Excel session. Crystal Reports. SAP Crystal Reports is a Microsoft Windows-based report design tool used to create reports that can be published in the SAP Business Objects BI platform. Crystal Reports provides the functionality for complex reporting with hierarchies and visual elements, like charts. It includes user interactivity, such as drill down and filtering. Web Intelligence. With SAP Business Objects Web Intelligence, business users can access and combine data from relational, OLAP, spreadsheet, or text file sources using familiar business terms in a drag-and-drop interface. Users can continue working with SAP Business Objects Web Intelligence document or .wid files even when unable to connect to a content management system or CMS. Dashboards. SAP Business Objects Dashboards is a tool for the creation of interactive dashboards.